Here we have the graves of Nelson and Elizabeth Cushman. Nelson was born in Canada on July 27, 1848, and he passed May 1st, 1910. He was the son of John Cushman and Lydia E. Cook, and I found him living in New Fang, Niagara, New York, in the 1875 census, living with his widowed mother, his brother Israel, sister Martha, brother Benjamin, as well as a Joseph Rogers who might have been aborted. Elizabeth Zuber Cushman was born in Ontario, Canada on October 26, 1849, and she passed April 3rd, 1928. And yes, I said her maiden name was Zuber. And yes, I understand that it says Brady right here on the stone. I actually think that was her middle name. I found Elizabeth and Nelson's wedding certificate and marriage records, and her father was George Brady Zuber, and her mother was Katie Fraser, and they were married on April 13, 1900, in Birch Run, Michigan. She was 48 and he was 50, and I also found them living in 1900, just after they were married, living in Birch Run. And it states that Elizabeth's parents were both Canadian English, and she had been in the United States for 21 years. Also living with them in 1900, Amarna Vuber, and it states her relationship to the head of household as a daughter. She was 19, and I'm not quite sure how she fits, because on Elizabeth's line right above, remember, she just married her and Nelson, it states that Elizabeth has never had any children, and she has no living children. So if Marna was a daughter, it would have been Nelson's. But why was her last name Vuber at 19? Oh, it also lists her as single too. So anyways, we fast forward to the 1910 census. And this is when they're in Orleans, Jefferson County, New York. And another example of why you cannot always trust the census takers or whoever's giving the information, it states that Elizabeth was born in Michigan. But we already know she was born in Canada. This one states that she's been married for 11 years, and she's had one child and one living child. As much as I'd like to think it, I don't think she had a child between the age of 50 and 60. In the end, Elizabeth stayed in the area after Nelson passed and lived with a friend, Elvin. Last name, Beckwith. By the way, the new printer works great. Thanks for watching.